Welcome back to Elevator Pitch, the only podcast pitching fake movies to real actors and directors, except for this week when we're not doing that. Will and I are going to, we're basically going to rank our top 5 movies we saw in 2025 that were not released in 2025. Why? We hate being relevant. Isn't that right, Will?
Bingo.
Yeah. But no, I'm over on the East Coast right now in New York. Will's back in LA, and we thought about doing kind of a quicker, just kind of recap, see where we were this year with our movies, and then kind of gearing back up into Marty Supreme, Oscars, all that kind of stuff once we're kind of back in January. But yeah, this was a great idea from you, Will. So how are you post Christmas? I still see the tree behind you there.
We have the lovely tree up here behind us.
Yeah.
The holidays have been good. Been able to watch a few movies over the holidays. Really,
Me too.
Sit in cinema.
Scoped it. A couple old movies I saw in there.
What now?
Couple old movies I saw in there.
Yep. Yeah, I saw a few oldies but goodies. So it's been a good holiday for Will and the family. But I know you're over in Buffalo right now.
I'm in New York City, actually.
York
yeah. I'm taking a little tour of the state of New York, everywhere except for Albany, where I grew up, which I've just completely skipped over. I did not see any movies in Buffalo. I watched a couple episodes of Temptation Island, which I would put on my list if you allowed me to.
Your call.
Yeah. It could go in the documentary section. One thing I'd like to point out before we start, though, and maybe you can correct this. Well, not to expose us here, did we see one movie together this entire year? I couldn't find one in the entire. I looked through my entire letterbox. I don't think, at least not in a movie theater like the Arrow or anything like that. I don't think we saw one movie together this year. We almost saw Something's Gotta Give before Nancy Meyers.
We did.
Ditched
Quit.
us. Yeah.
On us.
But other than that, I don't think we saw one.
Yeah, a lot of times it was because of your work schedule. I would go see him like Saturday morning with producer Tanner several times. But we never got the full pod there. And that's disappointing.
Yeah. Well,
a year wasted.
No, because you talked about, tying in, and this is just even more of a personal thing, but like tying in like kind of where you were when you saw some of the movies you're going to list. And I found that a lot of the movies that I enjoyed, a few of them I saw at, like The Egyptian or something, but a lot of movies I enjoyed, I was just like, I have no idea where I saw it this year.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, just probably on my couch. And that's about it. So it's been kind of a bad, it's funny. I think this year I beat you. I think I saw more movies than you, which is a first that we've known. But
I had a few dry spells in there.
But at the same time, like, I feel like you were more active in your movie watching than maybe I was, just kind of taking them down on the couch.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the couch. I got a lot of Blu-rays behind me to prove it that if you've got a couch and a player, you can have a lifetime.
Is this your unboxing finally?
Yeah, that would take hours.
Zoom only allows us 30 minutes.
Yeah, so we just can't fit it in the scope of the episode, but we do have 5. We do have 5 each.
Yeah, 5. If you got 7 or something, let's just try to go until we hit the 30 mark. I say let's just trade off.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I cheated a little bit. So if you got a couple you want to sneak in there, make them known. But start off with a good shouts. One. Yeah. Due to retention rates, start off with a good one.
Yeah. you want me to pick the best one for retention, the best one for clickbait.
Just go with it.
I mean, I wish I could say that was top 5. But
Bill Simmons 50 most rewatchable of the last 25 years. His number 50 was Just Go With It.
It should even be higher.
He's clearly listening to us.
I'll leave that to the Ringerverse. I saw a lot of good movies this year for the first time. Getting it down to 5 was tough.
Yeah.
but I got a 5 I can really believe in here.
I'll go 5. I won't
Yeah.
cheat. I won't cheat.
But I have none in here from 2025. No new movies are in
Me
my top
neither.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about movies that we've liked a lot from this year.
Yeah.
Just like off the bat, I think Warfare has stuck with me a lot this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll talk about Marty Supreme later. But yeah, just a few of those, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. There were some real winners, but honestly,
F1,
these 5,
yeah,
they were above the crap of this year for me. I just enjoyment level. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Right. I'm sorry. Sorry, sentimental value. Go fuck yourself.
It was great. It was a late scratch. Sentimental value. Sorry, Renat. But yeah, do you want to go first? You want me to go?
I can start us off if you want.
Kick it off.
Fine. Easy starter for me. And this takes us back, speaking of Tanner, to the Alec Baldwin episode. Because this year I saw Malice for the first time. I want to shout it out for a couple reasons. Malice is an Aaron Sorkin script, and it's like one of the last Aaron Sorkin scripts. I think it might be the last one I had not seen up to this point, including television and movies. I'm just obviously a massive fan. And like also like feels like, I mean, it's not a Rob Reiner movie, but feels like it wouldn't be made without Rob Reiner movies, if that makes sense. Sure. Because Sorkin is kind of working in that kind of Castle Rock verse, and he does American President with Reiner, and that's a few years later, and like it just feels very 90s. I mean, oh, sorry, it's literally produced by Castle Rock. I didn't see that, but there you go.
Makes sense.
But I don't know. This is like it's that kind of feeling where you're like, wow, that's exactly what I wanted to see in this movie, which is just Baldwin fucking cooking. He gets to the deposition, his "I am God" speech. But overall, what I think Malice can teach us about making movies in the future, which is something that we've touched on, is man, it's actors not being afraid to act on their evil or their worst instincts, and I really like that. And it's not worried about their brand. Alec Baldwin is not worried about his brand in this movie. He's like such a shitbag, and it's so fun to watch. And he's hitting on virtually everyone, and then obviously the ending, which I won't give away, but like it just rocks. And it's like people getting together to make a movie and not to like further any sort of like brand or any kind of weird thing that's very 2025 coded. And just a rockin' Sorkin script. And I fucking loved Malice, and Bill Pullman is GOAT.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's great. Great movie. Great shout from you.
Yeah. Go check out Malice. It's slept on. It's like
it is.
It's like in that category. Go is another one, like 90s movies that are just awesome that like everyone our age would love if they just turned on right now.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, not to move on to you just listed one of my 5, which is Go.
No way.
Yeah. You set me up.
That's awesome.
Better than anyone's ever done before.
Did I recommend Go to you, or did you find
I knew you were a fan.
Yeah.
My old roommates were big fans as well. My friend of the pod, Graham Byrne, who was on recently, is a big fan of this movie. And it just kind of always evaded me. And then it just happened to be free on Tubi.
Awesome.
And that's just where I want to be when I'm watching Go. Because Go is so relentless. I need ad breaks every 15 to 20 minutes. But yeah, Go is one of my 5 that I just absolutely loved this year. I thought it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And exactly right. Like as soon as it begins, it just like, it's great. It's such an enjoyable ride. Really, really great ensemble cast that kind of across the board, I feel like all of them should have been like, at least like it's Sarah Polley, it's Emily, or not, who's the first Crew's wife, or the second?
Oh yeah, Katie Holmes.
The third.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me, the third Crew's wife, Katie Holmes, Timothy Olyphant.
Olyphant's great in this movie.
He's really, really good. Jay Moore, pretty sneaky in this one.
Post Jerry Maguire, right? Or right around there?
Post Maguire. Kind of the beginning of the end of Jay Moore, though, really.
He's about to go to Monday Night Football in a few years, and that's really where he takes a turn, yeah. He
kind of dips quick. But really great cast.
Tay Diggs.
Incredible follow-up to Swingers for Lyman, and then from that to Born Identity. If you're in the early 2000s, you've got to think that Doug Liman is here to stay, and then he just is not really.
It gets progressively. Actually, I take that back because I really liked American Made. I thought that was like a really fun. I know the story is like nonsense and has nothing to do with Barry Seal, the real guy, but going back to Go, like, it's funny because in between Swingers and Born Identity, it's the perfect bridge movie. Like, if there was like a triple Lyman screening, you go, all right, well, this guy, because I think he made one movie before this, but I've not seen it.
He made one movie before.
Yeah, it's like very small. But to go from like the ultimate indie 90s hangout in the Los Feliz kind of hangout of the Swingers to then go underworld LA, much faster pace, stylistic action movie, but still in the slacker Gen Z energy or Gen X energy. And then to just go, oh, well, now let's take this a step further. Let's take like a dude from Go and put him in the CIA and then send him to Marseille, which is the Born Identity. It's like the perfect like arc. And yeah, you're right. Doug Liman was the truth. And I ride with
really
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Not as good of a script, but you know,
there's some great action. But
good for Doug. Yeah.
Doug really. I mean, it's a great arc, and it's a great path of like how directors used to be able to like really build a career. Like you can see each film you're picking up new skills and applying it to the next thing. That it's sad to see. Feels like Lyman. I mean, I'm just really going off of Roadhouse, our very first episode ever. Where it just is like, man, this guy's he doesn't have it anymore.
Well, he's also trying to make the Roadhouse without Amazon, there's dueling Roadhouse movies being made because he was so hurt that they didn't put it in theaters because he thought he had made like Lawrence of Arabia, basically. And it like anyone who saw that movie obviously is not telling him. But Doug Liman, by the way, I weirdly Googled him last night, just as I do to go to sleep. And he directed the first 2 episodes of The OC. You know that? Like,
I did not know that.
That guy went on a heater. Edge of Tomorrow, he found it again. But
just doing good work.
I love Go. Everyone should go check out Go. The first time I saw it ended. It's like 90 minutes. It ended. It was during COVID. My roommates and I stood up and just were like, oh, and did like a lap around the house, just being like so fired up on it. Anyway, speaking of Katie Holmes, though, I can transition this into mine. Segue.
Let's go.
I wanted to put down a Thanksgiving movie. We don't need to talk too much about it because I think we already did, but I was really taken aback by Pieces of April, which is the Katie Holmes like micro budget movie. Co-starring Oliver Platt, amongst a few other people, about a girl trying to cook a Thanksgiving dinner in her apartment for her family who's coming to town, and there's clearly a rift between them, and it kind of sits on a lot of it till the end of it, and there's the mother's sick, and it's one of these movies that like I mean I think maybe this is more of like a screenwriting fetish thing, but like it just uses obstacles better than most movies I think I've seen in a while. And like speaking of Sorkin, he always has his line where he's like, any script is just like objective versus obstacle. There's like someone has an objective and what's the obstacle in front of them to do that thing. And movies forget about that all the time. And if you're ever watching a movie and you're like, why is this slop? It's most of the time it's because like you understand their objective because they tell you it immediately, but then there's no obstacles, or the obstacles feel contrived. And, I think that's a big problem. This movie is so literal in it that it has no money. It's just like, I need to get this turkey in an oven, but the oven is too small. And I'm, or the bowl size for the cranberry sauce is wrong. And it's like these little things amount to this just really sweeping emotional story that's, I think, anchored on these just really excellent performances. And I was just, it does so much with so little. And it's like 80 minutes long. So if anyone hasn't seen Pieces of April, Thanksgiving or not Thanksgiving, I was pretty astounded by it. And shout out to my friend Katie Callow and my other friend and older roommate, Andy Spangenberg. They're actually a couple, but I think they recommended Pieces of April to me. Yeah. Will, you've seen it though, right?
I haven't
seen it. You didn't
it.
see it when we did this. Okay, check it out.
Yeah, it was because we talked about this in our Thanksgiving episode, And yeah, this was on the Criterion Channel
Oh, really?
like Thanksgiving collection.
Okay.
And I just haven't watched it yet, but your sell for it is very strong. I'd like to watch it. It's Lucas Hedges' father, right? Peter Hedges,
Yes,
the
Peter
director?
Hedges. Yeah. Who I don't know
Yeah.
much about his work, but I'd like to see another Peter Hedges flick. Lucas
He's been
Hedges.
pretty active.
Yeah.
He works for
Yeah.
sure.
Luke is back in the mix now in the Cameron Winter music video shot on an iPhone.
Good for Luke.
Good for
Happy
Luke.
for him.
Center of culture again. How did they get so the Love Take Miles Cameron Winter his big song off that album? They shoot the music video like literally on like an iPhone 3GS in the middle of the road with Lucas Hedges, but then Paul Thomas Anderson shoots this concert on like an IMAX film camera. Can we get like a little bit of the budget to the music video? Like what?
I mean, that's just how Cameron likes to live.
It's like he goes,
Mr.
yeah.
Winter.
Yeah. Anyway.
PTA he's very stingy. He keeps all the money for him.
Can I side rec off of that? I went on a run of PTA music videos when we did the episode, mostly Haim music videos, but just I cannot recommend more just watching like an awesome filmmaker's like alternate stuff, you know, David Fincher commercials or PTA music videos or whatever. It's a great YouTube hole to get into if you haven't.
They're typically, you come to discover, they're typically talented in many ways, which you would imagine, but you're like, oh yeah, you could just be doing any of this. So
yeah, you could just be like Mick G, you know, just like only making like music videos and Charlie's Angels movies.
yeah, which is a good way to live.
Yeah, great.
Well,
anyway,
I've got another one here for us, and this one is kind of encapsulates a few movies, but this is the top of the food chain for it, which is Aaron Brockovich.
I'm glad you put a Soderbergh on there.
I dropped a Soderbergh here. Yeah. I nearly put Black Bag in here. Black Bag I really, really loved. But I went with Brockovich because this is the Julia Roberts revenge tour. Her revenge on me as a prior...
Revenge on you?
Just a prior non-believer that I was in Julia Roberts' game. And I've come this year. She is one of my most watched actresses this year. So that was not purposeful, but I've seen this year Aaron Brockovich, Ocean's 12, Mystic Pizza. I just watched The Pelican Brief.
Gotta see it.
And
did you do like a Runaway Bride or a Pretty Woman or Notting Hill or something like that?
I haven't done any of those.
I watched Notting Hill 7 times this year, by the way. Like I'd seen it in the past before, but just it demanded to be returned to for me just over and over again. It
was calling again.
It kept calling me. Yeah.
I mean, and as it should.
Yeah. Well, if you think of it, let me know.
I will. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all of the Julie I watched this year. I didn't even watch her movie that came out this year, which was After the Hunt, the Luca movie. But nonetheless, I really dug into Julia this year, and she deserves my respect as well as all of our respects because she's a fucking tank. She's a powerhouse. Yeah. I mean, her and Albert Finney. I want to give a special shout out to Albert Finney for Aaron Brockovich.
Fucking rocks, yeah.
Both of them together in that movie, that movie could be so easily like, I mean, 1, it could be boring as hell. 2, it could be just like so sappy, and all the beats that Aaron Brockovich's character has could just feel way more like, I don't know, tacked on, almost like too like, just like really phoning it in. Like, oh yeah, of course, you know, this is a redemption story, underdog story. But with Julia Roberts, I mean, you root for her so bad. Yeah. And she's so, I mean, I was also blown away by The Pelican Brief, the fact that in that movie, you know, she's throughout her run of the 90s, I mean, she's in her 20s into her early 30s. She's so young. Yeah. She's 26 in The Pelican Brief, and she goes toe to toe with Denzel. She gets a little Tucci in there. I mean, she's just like, she's a tank, and she deserves my respect. She now has it. And I really, really enjoyed Aaron Brockovich. And I haven't seen the other, what is that, 1999 Soderbergh movie? I've never seen Traffic.
Yeah, you'd like Traffic. I think you'd really like. It's one of those like it's just another one like of those like, oh, that movie star's really good in this movie, and they're playing. Yeah. I rewatched Aaron Brockovich this year with my mom. Great movie to watch with your mom, actually. By the way,
I believe it.
Yeah. It's kind of forgotten. I don't know. I think it went through the Oscars cycle, and after Soderbergh kind of was branded by the stylish Ocean's movies, it's almost like we almost forget that he made like a pretty like sturdy awards movie just with like a great movie star. But it's exactly like what I think you want out of it's exactly what you want movie stars to do, where we're bringing everything we know about Julia Roberts to it. In your case, a lot of dubious, you're like, I don't know if I believe her. And then you go, oh, wow, like this movie works because it's Julia Roberts and because it has a director that understands who Julia Roberts is, notwithstanding dope Albert Finney and Aaron Eckhart with a crazy biker mustache. Yeah.
I mean, he's great too. It's a real shame that Aaron Eckhart didn't become the biggest star of the 21st
century. Can we do an Aaron Eckhart episode? I can talk at length about every one of his movies that I think, like Thank You for Smoking, The Dark Knight, Aaron Brockovich. Am I missing it? Oh yeah, Olympus Has Fallen.
I mean, he's certainly not lacked for work.
He never stops working.
He never stops working, but the promise of watching Aaron Brockovich and thinking like, oh, he's about to take over.
Yeah.
And he kind of doesn't. That's a shame. He's really great.
Nolan should have, he might be too pretty, but Nolan should have used him for The Odyssey. Come on. Get him in.
He might be too pretty.
Yeah. No one looked like that.
I mean, he looked great as a biker, and that really says it all. So
good. Yeah. It's also a really good California movie. I think if anyone wants to know what it's like to be in California and like take a road trip and just be like, what town am I in right now? Aaron Brockovich is like, it's just like about that town, Yeah,
like the random parts of California. Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad you snuck a Soderbergh on there.
Happy to do it. What do you got for 3?
Okay, I wrote down a few, but I want to see if I can go in a... All right, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go off of the movie star. I could have segued into movie stars, but I guess I'm not going to do that. I wrote down, I'm not going to put this on here, but I did write down Flight because I saw it in full this year, which I think very much like Aaron Brockovich is like, man, this is just a Denzel Washington charisma machine. So shout out to Flight. Really loved it. But I'd seen like half of it the year before, so I don't think it counts. Anyway, I'm going to go to a filmmaker named Walt I'm brain farting. Walt Stillman. What, did I even say that right? Walt Stillman?
Is it Walt? Are you Whit Stillman or
Whit Stillman? Oh my God. All right. I'm a medical episode on this. But
wait, what Stillman did you watch?
Whit Stillman, I watched Metropolitan Friday night alone. Everyone was out, doing something. And I was just like, I was off of just like a crazy week. I don't know what was happening this week. I think I had like a few gigs of such. I was just like, my eyes were like burned. And I was like, I just need to put something on that I was like, I need something good. I need to like something,
Yeah.
I'd always heard about Metropolitan. I feel like maybe not from you, maybe from you. I think you've seen it though, right?
I have seen it, and I actually don't love it.
You don't love it? Yeah, I saw that.
No, it's made for me to like. It just like didn't connect with me. I actually like his other movie, Last Days of Disco, is the follow-up a lot though.
I want to check that out. Metropolitan is like, we're talking about Go in this kind of slacker 90s Gen X thing that I think a lot of us love to go back and watch those movies. It's like aspirational Pinterest Gen X lovers, but like, it's funny that Metropolitan's like almost like the opposite of that. It's like not, it's like kind of a reaction to that. And I know it's a little earlier. I think it might be 89. It might actually be, might be 1990. So
it's right around there.
Yeah, it's a little earlier, but like it does what I think something like I Love LA is trying to do now, and what Swingers did really well, which is like take a specific cohort of people that are like literally cultish in the way that they act. And I feel like that's really, really hard to do these days because we're so globalized and like samed by like social media and the internet and stuff. We're all kind of like trying to be the same people. And there's like no such thing as like being alienated in a way where 8 or 10 or 13 of these people who are coming from these really wealthy New York families are like proudly a part of like the bourgeoisie movement of the New York City 80s and 90s in this way that's like borderline cultish, and they're speaking a certain way and they're dressing very specifically, and their social calendar is full of like balls and, you know, like certain cocktail hours. And I just loved how cultish it was, you know, and I think it's really cool. And it really blew me away that I was like, wow, like this guy had such a perspective on a certain type of person and a type of friend group that I think about it in ways of like me writing something of completely different types of friends. I'm like, how do you tap into something specific, you know, and how does that specificity come out as something relatable, you know? And Chris Eigenman, I just think it's fucking awesome. I just love Chris Eigenman too. I think that guy is so charismatic, and I've only seen him twice, I think, in Kicking and Screaming and Metropolitan, but he just fucking rocks. And I don't know. I really love like seeing a new side of New York City, and that definitely did it for me. And I also like really have a soft spot for like any movie that like investigates wealth in a way that I think is really cool, which we've like made fun of a lot on the podcast, but like to do it well is like one of my favorite things. So yeah, Metropolitan, give it another look, give it another chance.
I will, you know, because I like Last Days of Disco. I like Damsels in Distress is another movie he did with a younger Greta Gerwig.
Oh wow,
he's a really interesting filmmaker, and that movie. There was a lot. It was a movie I like respected a little bit more than I enjoyed. Like I just kind of like,
Marty Supreme Letterbox review mode,
and that's fresh off the brain there. So you can tap into my Marty Supreme review live as of right now as well. But yeah, Metropolitan. I will give it a second glance.
Okay,
so. I'll get a quick one in here, which is
So I'm on.
No, you're good. This is I'm going to say Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair, and I had already seen both Kill Bill 1 and Kill Bill Volume 2, but Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair, I'm lumping in here especially because I do think that it is like in many ways does kind of present that movie in a new way. Yeah. It kind of reinvents that movie. And I think it really is the way to watch Kill Bill. You've never seen Kill Bill, right?
Never seen. Jackie Brown and Kill Bill are like the two. I guess I've never seen the Kurt Russell one too, which is also a road show.
Yeah. The Death Proof movie.
Death Proof. Yeah.
I don't like that movie. But the rest, I mean, Kill Bill. I mean, I already really liked them. I liked Volume 1, and Volume 1, you know, without spoiling it, it ends in such an electric way. And then I watched Volume 2 like a week later, and Volume 2 is a lot more intimate. It's a lot quieter of a movie. It still has like these explosive sequences, but it's such a shift from Volume 1 that actually works really, really well when they're pushed together. And it kind of, I think it really helps the rhythm of the movie and the emotional effect of the movie. And it also a key thing that I won't spoil, but there's a key part at the end of Volume 1 that hints at something that's going to happen in Volume 2, because it's like, because they were separated at the end of Volume 1, they wanted people to be hooked to come see the second movie later. They take that out of The Whole Bloody Affair, which is actually a really good call, because I'd forgotten the thing that they're basically spoiling for the second movie, so that when that happened in Volume 2, I was like, holy fuck. I totally forgot. And it was really cool. I saw this movie at the Vista in 70 millimeter, and it was awesome. I definitely, if you still haven't seen it, I recommend waiting to watch this version.
I'll do it.
It's a hell of a time. And it is just filled with sequences that I can't believe anybody has ever filmed. It's crazy.
I got to go on a big kung fu run in general. I got to go into the Police Story and all that kind of stuff. It's a huge blind spot for me. And I really love kung fu in general in movies. I just haven't tapped in yet. So I got to. If you want to join me on that journey, let me know.
I would always love that. Yeah, I've actually got all the Police Story movies here on disc.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
there we go. All right,
we can go to work. But yeah. Final thing about Kill Bill: Uma Thurman should have been the world's biggest star ever. Watching Kill Bill, I can't believe Uma Thurman isn't like the
Well,
biggest star in Hollywood today.
I think there's a plenty. I mean, we talked about Sarah Polley earlier, Parker Posey, Uma Thurman. There's so many of these actresses and actors. You want to go to like an Eigenman or someone like that, where you're just like, these guys and girls just preferred being cool versus like going, CAA mode on their careers.
Yeah.
And I think like that's an assumption, but like it's so Gen X. It's so like, I don't need the system,
Yeah.
And it's interesting because they're all like interesting and they've all, I guess been doing like White Lotus or producing Maya Hawke, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Got plenty of work. But
yeah. Anyway, speaking of seeing movies in the rep theaters, I had to put one in here. And I saw Sorcerer for the first time this year. I got to shout it out.
Yeah.
With Charlie O'Connor. We saw it at the Egyptian Theater, which is a beautiful place to see a movie. Shout out to Netflix. Our pod's gonna be on Netflix in a couple months. Quick to announce it. So, but no, the Sorcerer's like seeing that for the first time in a massive theater like that. It's like, I think, and this might be like a dude specific thing, and this is the only thing I'll say about it because we're running out of time, but like the setups of what goes on in that movie as they are moving the nitroglycerin across the jungle, it is in such a way where you're like, are they, you're saying the characters and the people making the movie, like how fucking dumb and crazy are these people? Mm-hmm. And it kind of is just like, it expands your imagination in a way that I think we've forgotten about. And sometimes we return to in like a Top Gun Maverick, but like, I'm just like, whoa, like you guys are like transporting me because I'm like literally thinking, why the hell did you go do this? Like behind the camera, why did you go do this? There's something dangerous about watching this movie. There's something dangerous about getting it on film and not knowing what you're getting. It's just like, it's kind of romantic in that way. I think that's why it's a big like dudes rock movie, which you could read and hear about in other places. But it's an awesome movie. And William Friedkin, I think, passed away last year, so it's good to kind of get in his bag. But
I think he passed away 2023 now. I think it's been 2 years.
Damn.
Right. I mean, not a day goes by that I don't miss him because he was a legend. And
big year for Friedkin for me. I saw Exorcist for the first time this year, Sorcerer, and French Connection. All three of them first time this year.
All winners to me. So
what you got?
A good year then.
Yeah.
Number 4 here for me is a movie. I watched this yesterday. It was a late break in to the scene here for me. Memories of Murder, Bong Joon-ho's second movie. I'd never seen it. Was loaned it by a friend of the pod, Ren Culp. And
we get Ren on one day.
We do.
Yeah.
He'd be great. Memories of Murder is really, really so good. To me, it's Bong Joon-ho's best movie. And it's 2003, 2004. And that movie is like so clearly sets the stage for what is to come in this century so far with like Zodiac and with like, even with like True Detective, so much of like prestige TV, I feel like you can see in Memories of Murder.
Okay.
And it's just like Bong Joon-ho is just like such a great balancer of tone. And this movie like kind of really bounces all over the place, but really lands the plane in a great way. It's a remarkable movie. I really, really enjoyed it.
All right. And by the way, you reminded me of the one movie we did see together this year at the Academy Museum, The Host. Bong Joon-ho's The Host.
That is true.
This year,
that
right?
was our one. That was this year. That was in March.
Yeah.
And it was great. I almost put that on here too.
I like The Host now more than I did when I walked out of it.
It was really good.
It's really good.
It's really good. He's a good one. Yeah. I'm going to say it.
Sleepy take. Anyway. All right. Real quickly. Quick shout out to Color and Money. I didn't want to include it because I think it's kind of redundant what I'm going to say about it to the other movies, but I just thought it fucking rocked and it's awesome.
Yeah.
But the one I do want to put, because I did want to sneak a documentary on there, is Meru. This is the Jimmy Chin, and I'm sorry, I'm blanking on his ex-wife now, but they co-directed this movie. Meru is a climbing documentary about a group of people who are trying to climb a really advanced alpinist dream goal that no one has ever summited. It's called Meru, and it's like Free Solo is like, it's kind of like if you watch Free Solo, it's hard to go back and watch any other climbing doc because you don't need to go to these to just see danger. But what Meru does really well is it's like these people are like, and something I'm trying to figure out in my own personal life is like understanding what I put value into. You know what I mean? Like what do you spend most of your time doing? What do you care most about? And for these people, they're so honest with themselves about what they love the most. And like what it is this just insane sport, and they have to be honest with themselves or else they wouldn't be doing it, you know? And these people are going in, and this guy injures himself really badly, and they go back and they try to climb it, and it's like, it's insane. It's just an insane thing. And it reminded me of like the F1 line where like Brad Pitt's like, if my last breath is in that car, I will take that life. And I was like, fuck yeah. But Meru is that in real life. And I think it's fucking awesome. And it's on Amazon Prime. So everyone has Amazon Prime and they should go check it out. It's a great way to spend a night. Okay. Yeah. Check out Meru.
I like it. The co-director is Elizabeth Chai Vasarhelyi.
They just got divorced, her and Jimmy Chin. God damn it. I know. Safdie brothers, Coen brothers, and them. The three pairs of, yeah.
The Chin Vasarhelyi duo.
Any honorable mentions, Will, before we get out of here?
Honorable mentions. Let's see. I mean, I did want to shout out a couple of my favorites that were from 2025, like from this actual year. And I think my favorites from this year that were all in contention here, but they couldn't break into the five. I really, really enjoyed Begonia more than I ever would have thought I would, because as a Yorgos, like, I don't know, an even-headed Yorgos fan, I guess it would, because I'm not foaming at the mouth for him, and I don't hate the guy, but he's kind of hit or miss with me. I really, really liked Begonia. I thought that was just like a really well-made, really smart, fun movie. Even the fun at the end, not fun for a lot of the other part, but just a really good movie.
Dude, my buddy I was staying with in Buffalo was speaking praises to me 2 days ago, and he he was like, yeah, I was coming off of a fever watching it, and I was like hallucinating watching it, and he's like, it made it better.
I mean, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed it. I would throw Eddington in there, honestly, too.
Absolutely.
It's really grown on me in a big way.
It became very prescient as well, in a very dark way. But I mean, Eddington is like pretty harrowing. A pretty harrowing movie.
Yeah. I think it's one of the movies from this year that will have the longest life in many ways.
Do you remember it being really funny too? I remember laughing.
It is funny. Yeah, it is very funny. There's maybe the best joke of the year is in that movie, which is like the woke son talking to his father, and his parents in detail. And his father uses a word that I'm not supposed to use, but it's great. I mean, it's just an awesome joke and a great, really, really good movie.
Yeah, I think the one critique I saw on it that I really liked was like someone being like, well, I don't understand why Ari Aster isn't more interested in making this movie like a little more fun, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, why isn't Austin Butler in like 10 more minutes of this movie or something like that doing his thing? Or it's interesting because like Aster will never do that and has never done that. And that's what makes Eddington like a forever sleeper, you know? And it'll kind of always be kind of simmering below the surface because it's not an easy one to get into.
No. It does. It requires a little bit of it really requires you to watch it. You must. It is not a very casual movie to check out, but it is really, really good. And the final movie I would shout out is the final Nancy Meyers movie that I had never seen in full, which was The Intern. And it just is awesome. And really, really good. And I wish she was making a movie every weekend. I wish that she had a movie out every weekend. But sadly, that is her last movie.
What are you talking about? She's back in the fold.
I just wish it came out tomorrow, and then I wish she had another one that came out the next. I just wish we always had a Nancy Meyers movie to watch. So it was a bummer to watch that and be like, all right, that's. But hopefully in the new year, we get some real movement on a potential Nancy Meyers movie. Yeah,
I agree. For me, September 5 was dope. Really like that
Yeah,
movie. My entire PTA run, I forgot about all this. I mean, probably those are probably the best movies I saw all year. Was
sure.
like the Master and Phantom Thread in one battle. I mean, it's just like it's not even fun to talk about because like everyone's like, yeah, that guy's like really good at making movies. You know, you're like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. Seconded. I think the maestro of this year was the Smashing Machine. You know, where I
Okay.
was kind of like, I'm not sure if they accomplished what they set out to accomplish, but it looked very beautiful while I was watching it. You know,
Yeah.
and
Fair enough.
that deserves recognition.
Yeah. That's a special category.
Um, oh, and comedy, The Naked Gun, the funniest movie I think that has come out in the last 10 years. And I'm not saying it's like of a level of like Step Brothers or anything, but like, and it's actually trying to do something a lot different than those movies are.
Yeah.
But I just laughed really hard at Naked Gun. It kind of lost steam in the end, I think, but it was really, really funny.
It
And
is very, very funny, and I
yeah,
agree. It was a real surprise winner
yeah.
for all of us. I haven't met many people that didn't like it, like didn't enjoy watching it.
The only people I met who didn't like it are like, I saw it on a plane, I was doing something else while I was on. And it's like such a physical comedy movie that you actually kind of like need to.
Yeah,
It's like Oppenheimer. You really need to tap into it. You know, you can't take
they're
your eyes off it.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
no,
yeah.
good shout out there.
Yeah. But yeah, I think, and Marty will talk about it a little later.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's, oh, worst movie you saw this year. I know what mine is.
Oh, okay. What do you got?
Mine's Bigelow's House of Dynamite. It's the worst movie I saw this year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it. So
viscerally hated this movie. And it might be off of expectations, but like, it's almost like actively bad in a way that's like much worse than a movie that's just kind of sloppish, you know?
okay.
Where I'm like, that's nothing, you know, that doesn't really mean or say anything or do anything. But like, this movie's like trying to be something so hard that just, it just fails at. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This is like one of my goats, you know?
Yeah.
Bigelow. I don't know. It's bad. It's really
talk
bad.
on it. The talk on it was so disappointing that I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. I never
It's
watched
really
it,
sad.
so.
Aggravating movie. Do you have one that you could think of right now?
Yeah, I've got. See, I did just have one. Let me. Uh, the worst movie truly I think the movie I enjoyed the least and also maybe the angriest was Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh yeah, that's a close second for me. Yeah.
Kind of the opposite of the Naked Gun, in that, like, the Naked Gun learns all the right lessons from its original source and builds upon it. And it's kind of a sequel, kind of a reboot. Happy Gilmore 2 is just so bored in every element of its own movie. It just really sucked. It was a bad time.
Except for Bad Bunny. And
yeah,
that was kind of the only redeeming part was Bad Bunny, I think, which is surprising.
Bad Bunny was good. And then who was his on-screen partner? He's from SNL.
Marcelo Hernandez. I'd say he's a part
was
of it.
good too.
Yeah, he does make me laugh. It's just like I can't. Sometimes it's like one of those things where it's like if I go back and watch it, I'm probably not going to laugh because he's done that bit for like 2 years now.
Sure.
And I'm like, dude, let's
get a new bit.
Why is he the only one who's allowed to do like a comic? I guess, if you're like Hispanic, you could do a comical accent, but like all accents are canceled now except for Hispanic and German. And, he's got real estate on one of them and Flu Labor has real estate on the other one. So good for them.
Good for them. Yeah. They've earned it. Yeah.
But he's funny. He's funny. He's really good in that movie though. Yeah.
He is.
Anyway.
Should we do our big number one?
Number one?
I don't know if it's our top, my fifth movie to mention.
Oh, I already did 5 movies.
Oh, you did 5?
I got 5.
Oh, I only did 4.
5?
So I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm saving my 5th for last.
Yeah, it's 5th for last.
And you know what? It deserves it. It deserves to be the last mentioned movie here on the episode because I thought it was that good. It's the best movie I've seen in some time, which was John Woo's Hard Boiled.
Oh.
This movie was awesome. I saw this with Nick Conchola, who gets a shout out once a week, so I got to keep it going.
He's the only one listening.
Saw it with him. I actually saw it right before. I saw it at the Egyptian. It was the premiere of the 4K edition of it as well. They've recently remastered it. They're releasing all these on 4K. Don't worry, I bought it. But I saw it at the Egyptian first with Nick. And man, it's like it's just what movies are all about. It's just truly, it's why we do it.
I've seen the continuous shot through the elevator, and it
Yeah.
fires me up. I gotta get back in there.
Well, so much of it is just like the whole time you're watching, you're just like, what? How would you even have begun to stage this action sequence? Like, because there's, John Woo. I mean, if you've seen Mission Impossible 2,
I've seen all
Face
the
Off.
American woos.
Yeah.
Paycheck, Mission Impossible 2, Face Off, obviously. Am I missing?
Yeah.
Oh, Broken Arrow. I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Woo, I mean, Woo's made some great. I mean, I enjoy all of those movies, but he, it's just incredible to watch him early on in his career with a movie like Hard Boiled that is just so confident, and also, with his gunplay, for him to not only is he like, I'm going to shoot a million bullets, but I'm going to make sure those a million bullets are constantly shattering debris, which I'm like, okay, well, hopefully you got it in one. I'm like, how the hell did you, like, where'd you put the camera the second time? Like, how did you possibly shoot this and make it all look so natural, so exhilarating? And this, gun fu style of filmmaking that I feel like the John Wick franchise and in the Stahelski verse has really tried to like bring that to to America. And John Woo already tried to bring it to America with with his American movies, but it's never been better than it is in Hard Boiled. Like,
Yeah.
it's electric. And for the final set piece to feature 20 live babies,
Don't give too much away. What the fuck did you say?
if you look at the poster, you'll see I believe it's Chow Yun Fat. He's got a baby in his hands and a shotgun.
What else do you need?
It turns out nothing else. That's as good as it gets. So that movie, and the crowd was so into it. Me and Nick couldn't stop chatting about it. It's well worth it. I've got on 4K whenever you'd like to watch it.
Immediately. You got to just box them all together for me. And by the way,
Yeah.
to annotate what you said, Chad Stahelski started the American Gung Fu Assance in John Wick, and
Yeah.
David Leitch, who also worked on that movie,
Yeah.
put it into the ground forever. So it starts and ends with that team right there.
Gun Fu's already over now.
David Leitch, it's over. Yeah, David Leitch,
Renaissance.
it's over. Now that's why Gosling's moved into space, and you see, I can't do another one of those. Man, what's it called? The Stuntman. God, fuck that movie.
Yeah, Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy. That's my tell Tanner. That's my least favorite movie of 2025, 2024, and 2023.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that this year? No, it was last.
It was last year. It was last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wish somebody could make a movie like Hard Boiled today, but I genuinely don't believe there's a person that is alive today. Not even John Woo can make a movie as good or like that. Like, I also don't think they would allow you to make a movie like Hard Boiled. It looks so dangerous. Just like Sorcerer. It's like, it's incredible to watch these movies as artifacts and be like, honestly, it's probably good we don't make these.
No, it's bad. I mean,
it's very dangerous.
We're so like stupid in so many other ways,
Mm-hmm.
We're texting and driving and all this shit. Like, let's blow some stuff up. If we do it now, we'll never have been safer doing it, and that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, then hell, let's do it.
Let's get out there.
Hard Boiled too.
But yeah, you should watch Warrior, the show that HBO Max did a few years ago. It's got some good, not gun fu, but it's got some good like fight stuff in there. It's kind of corny, but it's pretty good. You should check it out. Anyway, let's get out of here though. We got stuff to do. I don't know what that is, but
who knows?
Yeah. Will, this was great to link up from across the country, coast to coast.
Yeah.
Before New Year's. I guess this will come out. Yeah, it'll come out a day after New Year's, right?
Yeah.
January 1st. And then we'll be back next week. I think we should just kind of kick it off with something hot for the new year. Lots of good guests coming on the new year. Thank you for sticking with us this year. We took a month off unannounced. Thank you for sticking with us if you're there after that. And yeah, it's been fun as always, having a blast doing it. And that's my final sign off. Will, you got anything to the Pitch Nation for the end of the year?
You know, it's only up from here. I don't know. I'm trying to make an elevator, but we keep going up.
We should keep going up. Yeah.
Let's just say we're on floor 2. We're about to go to floor 3.
Big things to come. Huge things to come for Elevator Pitch. To Pitchfinity and beyond. That's how I'll finish.
That's good.
Anyway.
We're gonna try to
do Will.
that.
I'll see you next year.
I'll see you then.
All right. Peace, guys.